It's curriculum sharing time, and today it's finally time for me to share my curriculum picks, what I'm doing with my, I have to think, 7th grader. He's in 7th grade. I feel like it was yesterday when my other kid was in 7th grade. And you can watch that video, it's right there. But you can also watch this video to see what I'm using with my 7th grader, who is so different from my previous 7th grader. I now have a 9th, 7th grader, and 5th grader, and a 2nd grader. It's crazy. It's so crazy. It goes by so fast, guys. Just hug your kids right now. Just pause. Hug your child. You can unpause. So now let's just talk about 7th grade. 7th grade math, what I'm doing. Okay, so first things first, my 7th grader is so smart. He's not struggling with math, he loves it. If your child doesn't love math, I get it. Every child's different. Every child learns differently, but he loves math. And we took him through BJU last year, and he tried teaching textbooks. It was so easy. So I was like, what is the hardest math that I possibly know? And the answer was Saxon. This book is really thick, guys. I'm a little scared. But he was like, yes, Mom, please. Some kids really like Saxon. I would like Saxon. This is why I would like Saxon. First of all, I like math. I like hard math. There's no fluff, straightforward. It's done. And it's no distraction. There's no distractions around it. There's no pictures or anything. It's just, hey, this is the problem. You do it this way and go. I've done so many homeschool evaluations, and there's so many parents that are like, oh, we tried Saxon and we wanted to, jump out a window. And then some parents I love Saxon. It's the only thing that really works for them. So it really depends on the kid. So we'll see if it works. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll probably let you know. Let's talk about language arts, because those are the 2 main core subjects that people are looking for. Obsessed with IEW if you have been listening to my channel. So I'll try to keep it simple and just leave a link to all my IEW videos up here if you want to get more deep into IEW. But he is on year 2 level B, and so we did get this packet because I have the streaming service. I have the folder with the tabs in it. So all I need to do is just put these worksheets in the book, and we're doing it. Structure and style, year 2 level B. And then we are doing Fix It Grammar, which I love. It's only 15 minutes a day. And this is the level that we're at, which is the same level that my high schooler is at. They're kind of going at it together. And they're actually almost done with the whole Fix It Grammar series, which is kind of excited. This is level 4 and really excited. We also have these, which are really, really helpful because with IEW, you want to have things that are portable that they can grab and reference to quite often. So these are portable walls, and this has a lot of the structure and style information in here. And if you know structure, it's literally everything is in this. And then there is one for Fix It Grammar. And I love this one too because everything's in here. And I'm sure even a list of prepositions somewhere. There better be a list of prepositions. Yeah, there is. There's a list. It's right here in the corner. Those are really, really important. But everything else is in here too. All the mechanics, the phrases, the clauses, the parts of speech, everything, and it's color coded as well. Just like the Fix It Grammar cards, which we have, and they're amazing. So Fix It Grammar really does cover the whole basis of an English class, except for literature. There are passages that you're using, but if you want your child reading some really good real books, literature is really important. And so we actually attend a homeschool co-op. And I love picking out literature books for my kids. We love Lamplighters. And I have a live. I'll stick a link right up here to the live. It was amazing. We talked about books the whole time, and I shared all my books, and other people share books. Literature is great. But at our homeschool co-op this year that we attend on Tuesdays, there is a lady that's doing a literature class for middle schoolers. And she's a good friend of mine, and I love her so much. And I was like, oh my goodness, she's teaching this class. You have no choice but to be in this. I love co-ops, okay? So if you have a co-op and you could utilize the co-op, and there's somebody that you know that's teaching a class that you trust, that you love how they do things, and then I really just do it, okay? Maybe you can volunteer at the co-op. I don't know. I just find that when when there's another person that you trust in your child's life, it makes things so nice. Right? Co-ops where you partner up and your friend teaches your kid this subject, and I don't know. It's just good, especially when your kids are hearing the same thing that you're telling them from another person, then maybe they get it and they think it's important. I don't know. But he's taking a literature class from someone at the co-op that I adore, and I'm super excited about that class. So that is, we've done math, we've done language arts, and so now we need to move into, let's do history. So I was up in the air about whether or not I was going to do history this year, and then I realized we should probably do history this year. Last year we did the Renaissance, like a unit study on the Renaissance, and he has actually come full circle with all, like, we've gone through like ancient history to modern history. Renaissance ended it because we did start with American history and world history, modern times, and he's come full circle. Okay, he doesn't necessarily remember American history as well as I would like him to, but whatever. So what my plan is to do with him is we need to touch on some geography. It's nothing fancy. Like, I didn't need to go super fancy with his geography, but I did want to kind of slam it. And I'm so funny when I just, like, 15 minutes, man, just do it for 50 minutes and move on. So I'm using these right here, which is the Mark Twain Media Publishing Company Discovery of the World of Geography. And I went ahead and I got the 6th and 7th grade one, and then the 7th and 8th grade one. And the reason I got 2 of these is because this one's going to be the Western Hemisphere. This one is on the Eastern Hemisphere. He actually started on these during the summer, which was kind of unexpected, but I kind of said, hey, let's start going through this. And he is already, and so this is June, he's already on Unit 3. So, and it's, honestly, I'll be honest, these aren't super duper easy. Because yes, you do have some multiple choice in here, but you also have to label maps, you have to talk about climate, and this one's major cities. They have to just list them out, and there's actually a map on the next page where he has to find them. So it's not like, it's not super easy. It does take work, and so he's pounding through these. After he finishes geography, I decided that we were going to do the 2-week gather round American government. I don't know when we're going to get to that. I'm hoping it would be pretty cool to do it around the elections, because the irony behind that, the last time we did the gather round unit study was during the elections. I'm pretty sure, because my son wanted to be a politician during that time. The other son, he doesn't anymore. But I'm hoping we can kind of hit him in November. That would be really cool if we could do it during that time. So geography, and then 2 weeks of American government. I really like the gather round curriculum for American government. It's a really good introductory, and it's biblical based, Christian. It's awesome. It doesn't take sides, like it doesn't push conservative ideas at all. It just lays everything out for you. After we do the geography and the 2 weeks of American government, my plan is to get into our American history again, or actually world history. And I actually really fell in love with Mystery of History. And that's one of those curriculums that I've looked at and I'm like, I really like this, but we've been using Truth Quest. It's very similar to Truth Quest. But Truth Quest, I'll be honest, got hard because it was getting out of date and I had to do a lot of research. It was very teacher intensive, and not the bookbinding stuff didn't always match with the books. And I don't know, it was getting hard. It was getting outdated. So, and it was great, but we did the whole thing. We went through like all of it. It's 4 books, 4 years, and most people start with ancient. I'll make a video when I get it. Hopefully I'll still do it. That's the plan right now. We'll see how long geography and American government does. But I'm really going to be doing that with both my daughter, who's in 5th grade, and my son, who's in 7th grade. They're going to do it together. Or she's got her geography books, but then the American government and then the Mystery of History. I'll let you know how those go. Once I get those books, I'll probably do like a flip through or something like that. So for science, I actually teach science at the Homeschool Co-op, and I'm doing middle school this year. And I love Apologia. I have been teaching middle school science at the Homeschool Co-op now for over 10 years. And I've tried so many different types of curriculum. I have a whole video where I talk about all the ones that I taught and which ones I like and the difference between all of them. There's a link right there. But the kids, I let them vote. And the vote was, we want to do some kind of zoology, marine life, and land animals, and just zoology in general. So what's funny is that class is really filling up really fast. And I'm scared my kids won't get in there, but you know they will. And so I picked out Apologia, Zoology 2 and 3. And yes, I know, if you guys follow Apologia, you know that their Zoology 2 is geared towards fourth graders. I get it. And the land animals is geared towards fifth graders. But I'm doing these books back to back, and I will probably beef them up a little bit. But here's the thing that I just have to share with you, okay? This is Zoology 2, which is marine science. It is an updated version of this book that, if you haven't seen it, it has marine life on it, but it's an updated version. So I got this just recently. And so this one is the Zoology 3, which is not updated. And I don't know when it's going to be updated. I'm kind of hoping they do it soon. I'm really sad it's not done now. It's probably going to be done next year, my luck, right? I've always loved this book. I've taught from this book 3 times. I love it. But then I looked at this one. Let me just show you how different it is. It is so organized, and just the pictures, like, okay, there seems to be more experiments and activities in this one, and they're all labeled very nicely. And the notebooks, okay, all right, look, I'm gonna be, now time to be honest, right? Okay, so this is the one that's not updated yet, okay? I've used bits and pieces from these notebooks. I've never been able to have my child use the entire notebook, or my students use the entire notebook. And that is because a lot of kids struggle with note-taking, and these notebooks have a lot of note-taking areas. Let me just kind of show you. Well, this is a project and this is a crossword. Oh, this is a handwriting section, which, you know what, I'll be honest, those are kind of nice. But so for example, here, you know, they have a section where they can draw in and write. You know, and this one, same thing, draw in and write. And you'll see a lot of those type note sections in the actual notebook. And we actually, see, here's another one. We actually would skip over those. But then when you get to this one, okay, let me just show you the difference. I showed you that one. Let me show you this, okay? First of all, beginning of the lesson. That did not exist in those notebooks. I don't know, they just redid them. There's a coloring page if you want to. The girls love coloring pages. They do have a notebooking page, but look how pretty it is. It just makes things so much better, I think. I don't know. And then now you're actually going to have things in color. The other one was in black and white. This is, looks like an experiment that you did. A plankton race. What? Classifying shoes in the family. I remember that one. Notebooking activities. This is just way more colorful. I love it. So, and this is very similar to the newer curriculum that they have put out, like the earth science one and the nutrition one. The notebooks are just so much more colorful and beautiful. I mean, they even give you space to answer the questions. Whereas the other one, I mean, they did give you space, but they didn't give you lines. They had you kind of guess where to write. I will say one thing I do like about the old notebook, though, they just had a list of extra experiments and books that you can check out. And I really did like this part of the old notebook. I don't see anything like that in the new one, but I mean, I just got it. I haven't really gone through it too much, maybe in the back. There's just answers in the back. Oh, they have like an extra notebooking journal. Oh, guys, look at this. Nature journaling. Oh, if you live in Florida. Look at how pretty. Like, you could put pictures in there and you could draw things. Oh, so much fun for those kids that really like doing stuff like this. Now there's a little octopus you can cut out. Now, saying middle schoolers, they're probably not gonna like every little thing that's in this book, but you know what I like to do that is not in this book or recommended? I like dissections. Squids are fun. Squids are really fun. Sea urchins are messy. Okay, we're gonna move on from science. My husband does Bible with them every morning together, and they also do devotional. So they get, like, you know, 2 times. Do the devotional on their own, not consumed ministries. We are gonna continue with all of these, and they just came out with Heavy Feelings packet, and they're in the mail right now. They're on the way. But this is the one that my son is using right now. They just do it. It's just part of the routine. And I really highly recommend that if they do not consume, that you also do a journal too as a parent. Because if you do that, you're going to be reminding each other of those things, and you're going to it's just through the day, it's just awesome. Bible studies with my husband. He does it every day with the kids for an hour. They're just going through chapters in the Bible. And my husband's really big into apologetics. Other than that, there is a PE class that they're taking at the Homeschool Co-op. And then so that's his activity. We're still up in the air whether or not we're going to do archery again, but he is learning to play instruments. He's getting very musical on me. He loves the drums. He's been playing drums for a while, and hand drums, regular drums, drum sets. We have a drum set, we have hand drums. He loves it. But then he got interested in the guitar. So he's been taking guitar lessons now for a month, and he's going to carry them through. He does also play piano. That's something that I made all my kids learn how to play, like right when they came out of the womb. Simply Piano is great. I have a link right there. It's self-taught, and my kids actually can play piano better than me. We're up in the air about what he's going to take next year at the Homeschool Co-op. There's an extra hour. And he's between doing guitar ensemble, or is he going to be doing critical thinking? So I don't know yet. We're still up in the air. He might do guitar ensemble because he is taking private guitar lessons. But that about covers everything for him. So everything's in the description box below. So if you need, any of the books and all the things, the links and whatever, everything's down in the description box below. So check those out. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you guys in my next video. See ya. Bye.